and Megalotron, right? There we go.
So the waters have receded.
All the waters have receded, though it looks like some of my lights are still dangling. I can't tell if everything's gone back to normal and that's always been the case and I just never noticed or not. All right. A new day. I love the rooster. Days come to... Anyway.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome. That's how old I am. Oh, friend.
We've met him before, right?
I believe we've met this individual.
The cheerful murder sprite. Hold on, I think I have this voice to hand. Sup, my fellow Enigma?
Of course. Sup? I don't find you that difficult to comprehend.
Well, that's what they all think. How's it going? Are you hopping? You running?
Good.
Mm.
Good.
Why?
I've had a pretty relaxing morning so far. You're a bit off camera if you want to come in.
I mean, this is what I've got, so...
There you go, you can lean on me. That's fine. The tsunami didn't do too much damage to my roof. Not to mention, I'm very thankful for the comfort I can provide in these difficult times. It says #1 innkeeper. Aww. And for the wonderful customers that keep showing up at my inn. Got a pretty good one in today already.
You're welcome. Hiya. But tsunami, eh? So that's what that was. That's cool. Sucks I was busy playing around with Magic the Scattering. Made me miss the whole thing.
Magic the Scattering. Look at the fingers! Do, 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 do.
I would love to surf them waves. And Ken.
I'm sure you would have had a grand old time. Maybe next flood.
You think I should start the next one on purpose?
No.
No. Come on. Place has made you learn.
What's he up to? I'd like my cavern to keep standing. And the people around it as well. Child, what are you up to?
Like I said, learn. You got anything interesting to say?
Right now. Come here.
I present my butt to you.
Yes, he presents us with his butt. I have an interesting question.
Shoot.
Have you seen Melly anywhere? She's gone missing.
Oh, the little pocket-sized detective, the kitty. Yeah, I sure did, several times even.
Were any of them recently?
Actually, I would say so. I think the last time was 2 days ago. I was chilling in the Moon Swamp and I just tested out that Witch's Spa's good old boy recommended. Met some lost travellers on the way back and I was giving them the conversation of their lives. When that cat rudely interrupted my business pitch.
Look, the little one around his neck has a knife as well.
Made them run off without a single handshake. Little snitch.
What were you selling?
Hair growth cocktails. Inspired by your little, things. You drink them, your hair grows.
Fast?
Well, fast, it'll grow eventually. You just have to have some patience.
That looks new, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
I see. So Melly at the Moon Swamp, where exactly did you see her?
On the way to the moon pools, duh. Where the paths diverge and nature tries to lead you astray from its shimmering reflections in the water.
Isn't that near one of the Twilight Chasm portals?
Oh yeah, that means she got a fresh opportunity to go surfing. Good for her, I say.
Well, that's certainly a positive outlook on things.
His finger's a cat. Always good to have one of those. After all that matters in life is fun, right?
Well, I don't know about that. Life is full of many beautiful and important things. Not all of them are fun.
Well, it should be, at least for me. Don't care what you're up to. Speaking of fun, I've been wondering, do you think I should explore the Twilight Chasm?
Do you want to?
Ish. A bit. Kind of. A little bit. You know. Whatever. Whatevs. Sounds exciting. Especially since I've never been there before. They say it's just like Avalon, but reversed. With a different colour scheme and all that.
Do you enjoy Avalon?
Sometimes. I haven't been home in ages. Let me tell you, as soon as those portals opened up, I was out of there.
Running from pesky consequences. There comes a consequence.
Consequence. You got it in one. Been wondering what a nightmare version of Gaia looks like. That's what they call it, right? Avalon's the dream. The Twilight Chasm's the nightmare. Gaia's like waking up. Probably doesn't look too different from the Sealy Court, am I right?
I couldn't tell you.
So you claim. But I know a fellow scam artist when I see one.
Oh dear. In the mirror?
Oh, you think you're dead funny, don't you? Well, actually, you are. You're hilarious. Well done. High five.
No, pass.
Bummer. Any road, with your obviously non-existent, only hypothetical plane travelling experience. Do you think I should take a trip down to the horrors of memory and melancholia?
Sure, why not? Let's send him.
Yeah.
Sure, I think you should. It sounds exciting. Who knows what you'll find? Maybe the answers you seek.
I'm not seeking any answers. I already know what I want.
Then maybe you'll find the right questions.
You are so weird. You do know that, right?
That makes two of us.
Well, you got me there, I'll give you that. Fascinating advice, Innkeeper. If I cared more, I'd probably say it says something about you, but I don't give a shit.
I mean, I did say it, so...
Luckily for you, this is already boring me.
Then, would you like a drink? To help you stick around a little while longer?
We are on the same wavelength today, my dude. Yeah, hit me with one of those. Something for those waves in my brain so you can keep my interest just a little bit longer.
Let me mix something up real quick. And give our plushy little Andu a pet. What you looking for?
I was wrenching my iPad because that has the walkthrough on it.
Alright. A silent owl would work. Peak sunrise. What's silent do? Sight, strength, and subtlety. I don't think I want him to have that.
Subtlety.
Adventurers may feel infused with the confidence and agility it takes to climb their favorite mountain range. Or a sparkling nebula. Stories and scholars alike can broaden their horizons with the taste of the star. Nah, I like the idea of the climby one. Let's do a peak sunrise. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, and it'll need an additive. I need an additive that gives brain or fast or crown. No, that won't work.
Dexterity-based drink is good for this.
A dexterity-based drink?
Apparently, yeah.
Like what?
All it says is that it's good to give an eco a drink based on dexterity.
Which one is dexterity? Oh, the wind. Okay. So, hang on, peak sunrise. Yeah, peak sunrise sounds right then. But like I said, I need an additive in order to be able to do it. So I need a plus brain and a plus wind. But the Fey crystal. Okay, that'll give him invisibility. Sure, why not? Fey. So peak sunrise with the Fey crystal. Okay. So that means we need one more of these. One of these. One of that. Two of that. And then 2 of this. There we go. Peak sunrise with a Fey crystal. Quick-witted and mischievous. Just like you.
Sick. This is lit. I will give you that.
Thank you. Welcome back, Vaya.
Thank you.
How was your road trip?
It was good. We stopped by my spa and did mud masks.
And did you help them find a way back home?
Yes. We saw a lot of weird fishies and dreams filled with dread. It was terrifying, but it was fun. We even got to explore the gruesome mangrove. The nice ghost even gave me her sunglasses. They are dead cool. What else is up? The sky and the sun, but no stars. And some trees? No. Trees are in the middle. Not to an ant. Ants. So cute. Do you have any ants? Well, not on me, no. And you, innkeeper, any ants?
Not at the moment, Vaya. I'm sorry.
Oh, no ants.
Can I offer you a drink as an apology?
Yes. Make me feel like a little nimble ant.
Ant potion. Got it. Okay.
Okay. Dex again, you think?
Yeah, it seems to be. Something that goes... Probably a swift strike. Is my guess. Yeah, it's the only one that has dex of 3. Alright. So... 1... 2... Glug. 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 Thank you, Andu. I love how his bucket is labeled.
Andu. Bucket of Andu.
Bucket of Andu. Here we are for my favorite pseudo-ant.
Oh, this is so tasty. I want to look up at the trees now.
I'm sure they'll seem taller. Can I do anything else for you, Baya?
Yes, several things. Have you been handing out my coupons?
I have. Just recently I gave some to Voix. Have people been dropping by?
They have, and they're really nice. The mud masks are the most popular, and the flowers. Grace said my flower bracelets are her favorite.
They must be gorgeous.
I'm making new ones just for her.
She'll love that, I'm sure.
I hope so. Second thing, are you okay?
Should I be distraught because then Melly?
Yeah, I think so.
To be honest, I'm a bit distraught. The other day really did a number on me. I'm trying to stay positive, but I can't say I feel at my best.
Oh no, that's awful. Do you want extra coupons? Or flowers? Or flower coupons?
I think your company will cheer me right up, Baya.
Oh, nice. But what about lotus flowers. I brought you some in case I needed to cheer you up.
Oh, for me?
Yes. They are special flowers.
I've heard they're Ur's favorite, and they bless you with their protection.
They also make you feel nimble, like an ant.
Thank you very much, Baya.
I've been wanting to check in on people. I really enjoyed the flood. But I thought about when the Banshee told Mari and me that some people don't like drowning.
That is correct.
I hope I can cheer them up a little. Well, you're already cheering me up. I am? Yeah, I was bored. Now I'm having fun. Cheering up quest succeeded. Yippee!
I also have some questions, Baya.
Ask me.
Have you seen Melly anywhere in your swamp? The small cat Vukakin. She might have been investigating your flowers?
No, I didn't see a cat anywhere, but I was also very busy tending to my sniffling willows. They need a lot of love.
I see. How is your swamp doing?
Good. It is so wet now, and there are so many new, interesting critters and plants. What kind of plants? Have you got any with teeth? Some have teeth, some have eyes, and spikes, and haunting spirals of long-forgotten mistakes. Sick. I've got to check those out. They're nice. They speak just like little horrible birdies. You're one of those people who can talk to plants, aren't you? I am.
How are they doing? The plants, I mean.
That depends on the plant, but they are all very loud at the moment. They love the water. They hate the water. They complain about the onslaught of the undead. They are ambivalent about the water.
Onslaught of the What was that?
Ambivalent. It means they don't care, but they still want to say something about it.
Oh, so the internet. No. The undead?
Ah, them. The trees from the Pale Woods are terribly upset. They say that squeaky undead keep chewing on their roots and bark and leaves. And the brains? No, they can't reach those. But there is a lot of them. Maybe soon they'll learn how to climb. Or fly. Pale Woods. I've never been there before. Is it a good hangout spot? I don't think so. It is so dry. But maybe the undead like dryness.
I would think they might have a thing for bogs.
Everyone should. Agreed. Hey, Baya, can you show me those Twilight Chasm plants? I would love to taste test 1 or 10 of them. Yes. But you have to help me hand out coupons first. Do I have to? Please? Fine, whatever. Only because I'm getting bored again. Hooray! And please keep handing them out to people who need cheering up, innkeeper. Including yourself.
I will do. Have fun, you two.
Thank you.
I love Baya so much.
Me too.
Evening arrives. Hiya, Fable. How's it going? All fine and dandy?
All fine and tired. Actually, not so fine.
What happened?
Well, the city's a mess. So is the Grove, and Themis, and Tregarin, and we still don't know exactly what happened or how. There's the undead problem not too far from us, Kellen said. It's pretty grave. And no one has seen Melly in days. A lot of people are worried, and a lot of people also just aren't. Una told me not to worry either, but...
It's hard.
Yes, very. I just want everyone to be safe. I want to fix this, whatever this is.
Fable, I know everything is a lot right now. Especially since this is the first wave of adventures that you'd ever faced. I mean, pun unintended. But Una isn't wrong. A little less worrying wouldn't hurt. I'm sure it's not as bad as it feels right now. I mean, it's unpleasant, sure, but worse things have happened, right? And we'll always be fine. Maybe it's just nature, or maybe the dragons are craving change. There's not much we can do about that.
There's always something we can do. You taught me that.
Sometimes things sort themselves out, too. It can be pleasant on occasion to wait, to rest, to take care of yourself in the meantime.
I just wish I could do more.
I understand. How about a drink? That's something I can do for you.
Not right now, I think.
Oh.
Hey! You look...
Stressed?
Stressed. Why? What makes you say that? I'm good. I'm fine. Everything's great. How are you? What's wrong? Nothing's wrong. Everything's awesome.
If you're saying it like that, something must be terribly wrong. You want a drink? A little help for telling us what's going on?
Sure.
Oh dear. What's going on? If anything's happened to that cat child, I'm going to be so furious. Need some kingliness. Thousand winds, sunny breeze.
Something charisma-y.
Which one's charisma? The crown. Okay, fine. We need something with charisma. Isn't there one that's about telling stories? Perfect for avoiding unwanted questions. No, you can't have that one. Sunny breeze, bards and rangers. It melt your tensions and blow away your stresses, leading to enhanced charm, focus, and reflexes. Yeah, you get a sunny breeze. Sunny breeze. Need an additive here. All right, let's go to my additives collection. What's the lotus flower do? Gives you blessed. But that's not what they need right now. Inspiration might be a good idea. Let's do a honey flower. Okay. Yeah. So a honey flower and a sunny breeze. There we go. So now I just need, I got the tick of that. I need 2 ticks of this. And 2 ticks of this. There we go. There we go. Thank you, Andrew. Very helpful. Your pet. This should help with the word vomit.
It does, a little bit. Thank you.
Anytime. Go ahead, in your own time. What happened?
Nothing, really, much at all. I was just taking a stroll, trying to find Melina, checking in on the people Fable asked me to check in on. Thank you for that. Yeah. After you helped calm me down last night, I'm glad I could help. So I was, taking a walk around the outskirts of Thermos. A walk is good, right? Right, so good. I even came across new people. A lot of them were echoes.
Did you talk to them?
Of course not.
I expected nothing else. That's peculiar, though. There aren't a lot of echoes on Gaia.
There are now. Apparently the flood brought in a lot of primordial refugees. Not everyone's comfortable being submerged in water after all, and they say Leviathan's plane is a mess right now. Oh, I hope everyone has a place to stay. They're looking for places, for sure. Some merchants are even offering them rides around Phasia and beyond. Like to Borkum, for example, which they advertised as the perfect vacation spot.
It is. It's right by the Phasia Waden Sea. It's very popular with travelers and those who get to retire. I think Una lives there currently when she's not bothering me in my tavern.
Awesome. I bet it's great there. I bet you can relax like nowhere else.
What's going on, Kumo?
Nothing. Nothing at all. Just my parents taking a casual trip to Borkum. Your parents? Like they're ghosts? Was Tast also flooded?
Tuat.
Tuat, pardon me.
I mean, that's unlikely. I don't think souls can leave the upper world so easily.
You're right. It would be difficult for ghosts to make it out of Tuat and into a mocktail bar. But being Gaian tourists is a lot easier to do when you're not actually dead.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh my god, I have to save. His parents aren't dead? I have to save. Hold on. I'm really sorry to ask this, and I know you're upset, but you might have to elaborate a little bit here, okay?
It's simple. My parents aren't dead. I saw them with the merchants near Themis, booking a carriage and an all-inclusive boat journey to Borkum.
Yes, that's exactly right, Kate B.
They were going on about how they had a positive outlook on having to leave the primordial sea. How it was like a free vacation, like a blessing in disguise. Good for them. But didn't you see them die? No, I just saw a burning village and I couldn't find them anywhere, and that foolish conclusion was, it turns out, all mine. So they didn't die, they just left. Yes.
Oh my god. I'm so sorry, Kumu. That's awful.
It is a new kind of awful, for sure. How stupid of me to think them dead. Shouldn't have thought that only the claws of Tuat could make them leave me.
You should have. They're your parents. They should never have abandoned you.
Well, they did.
Seems so. What now?
I am not sure. I don't know what to do. Do you want to talk about it? No, not right now. Kumo, maybe. Anyway, have you found Melina yet?
No, not yet, but Nico saw her last at the Moon Swamp 2 days ago.
What? But there's a Twilight Chasm portal there where the Dragon-Cursed flood started.
Uh-huh.
Did Baya see her?
No, I didn't.
That's great. That's awesome. That's even better.
Okay, I'm becoming increasingly alarmed by the number of times you're saying awesome.
Because this is all so awesome.
We're gonna keep looking for her.
There's not a lot you can do without leaving your tavern, except... Innkeeper, please, I beg of you, put out a quest to find Melly. Right now, I need to figure out what to do about my parents before they disappear again. I don't know how much time I'll have. She needs to be safe, but I can't go myself. We need to find her. Please, please, help me find her.
I don't know if I have enough information yet, but let me find out more, and then I'll be able to make a quest.
That's a tough call.
You want to look this one up for me?
Yeah. If I remember correctly, there's no specifics on this.
I'm going to do what he asks. I'm going to default to, and I'll put it up immediately. I mean, the most charitable interpretation is they thought he died in the fire. But
There
still,
is no specificity for what to respond to here.
I'll put it up right away.
Thank you. I hope someone will find her. We will, I promise. I believe you. I have to go, I think.
I have to go think.
I have to go think.
We'll see you soon, okay? Good luck.
Yeah. Don't burn down your tavern. I mean,
I'll try not to. That poor kid!
poor little guy.
I can tell you're worried.
Of course he is. Do you really think Melly is okay?
I do. She's smarter than anything she could encounter. And I trust her. She's taken care of herself this far.
I do too, but still, she's just a child.
She's a capable child.
A child, nonetheless. Wherever and however she is, whether she was just watching the sky or trying to unravel the mystery, she might need help. So please give me that quest.
What?
Please give me that quest right now so I can find her. That's
Fable,
all right.
it's not done.
I already know both of the rumors, and I know Melly very well. I think I have enough information to find her, and I don't think we have time to be pedantic right now.
But there are certain ways that this has to be done.
Your way?
Yes, I'm sorry, but it's the way things are.
Because you made them that way.
Fable, listen. If you rush into this, you're going to put Melly and yourself in danger.
You just told me not to worry about it. How dangerous could it be then? Weren't you encouraging me to go on more adventures just a week ago? Or are you only okay with me leaving when it's something as small as some snails?
I think something like the flood must have been caused by a massive force. Whether worrisome, purposeful, or neither, it's certainly not harmless. And these aren't the types of adventures you have much experience with. Or with different planes. What if she's in the Twilight Chasm? You would need to level up before you stood a chance against those kinds of nightmares. Maybe we can get another quest from the farmers. I mean, their fields must have taken a lot of damage. Kumo needs cheering up, too.
Don't patronize me.
Fable, I'm sorry. I simply don't think you're ready for this.
Why are you being like this? You always say I should get out of my comfort zone. You encourage me to change, to grow stronger and braver. And now that I do, it's suddenly wrong.
I'm not saying it's wrong, but I am saying the timing isn't right.
And why do you get to decide what my timing is? Why should I leave my comfort zone, but once something is out of yours, it's a mistake?
I really want the innkeeper to learn this. Things aren't that simple, Fable.
I know. I've lived for over 100 years. I know that things aren't simple. I also know that they don't change by pretending they aren't there or by pretending they're not missing.
Think what you might. The quest hasn't been put up yet, so it can't be taken.
I don't need some sheet of parchment to find her. Just make me a drink. Think about this.
Please, Fable. Think about this. You might harm both of you. If you're going to look for someone no one has seen in several days after a giant disaster, she could be anywhere, and our best lead is that she's in a realm of nightmares that you don't know anything about. You haven't encountered bleak stalkers, and they'd be the least of your worries there. There are adventurers here who have faced things worse than this, who will have a much higher chance of her success and bringing both themselves and Melly back.
Is this your way of saying you won't make me a drink?
Please, Fable, let this one go. Let someone else handle it.
So they get hurt instead of me.
That's not what I said.
But it's what you meant.
You don't know what's awaiting you out there.
But you do.
I don't like that we're being so dodgy about answering.
No, me neither.
Please, just stay.
You can't keep me here forever.
Why not?
Because I've made up my mind.
I mean, I've made up mine. I'm sorry, Fable, but I'm not giving you the quest. And I'm not making you a drink.
Okay, I don't need a drink.
Oh, Fable. You're gonna go get in trouble. Please don't be ridiculous. Going on an adventure without my help is very reckless at best, and it's very foolish.
I'm not going to sit around and wait while other people suffer. Not if I have a chance to help them. I'm not like you.
You're right, you're not. You don't know what you're getting into.
I know I'm going to find Melina. I don't care what it takes. And I'm not going to let anyone stop me. Not even you.
Fable.
Ooh.
Maybe I should have been more honest. I mean, they've always been honest with me, but if I had explained everything to them, and now they're going to run towards their doom just because I can't. No, I don't want to think about that. I'm not sure what to do with those rumors now. I guess I'll just hang on to them. Well, I better close up for the day. Yeek.
Oof.
So here's the one about the undead.
Yeah, Kate B, that's a very good point. What did we do? We did something.
Now those two go together.
What about that one?
This is undead. The vegan.
The vegan dead.
The Pale Woods
Love
and the
it.
surrounding areas have been plagued by undead lately. First undead snails scavenging crops, then humanoid cadavers gnawing away at the forest itself, and the local plants can't catch a break. No one knows why they suddenly hunger for the local flora. Some brave adventurers, preferably experienced with the examine it, should look into
What a
this.
lovely turn of phrase.
I'm kind of surprised we don't get to make another quest. The pen and the sword. Let's save. Actually, we have time now to take a quick ad break, and then let's do another day. I can't leave it there.
I think so.
Fable's mad at us.
Fable's.
What did we do? I need more of my backstory as an innkeeper, please. So, this is the halfway mark of our stream, folks. If you haven't had a stretch yet, why don't you go ahead and do that? Our little Twiglet might need a pet as well, now that he's settled in amongst the donut and the hot dog. So why don't we take our little ad break here, and then we'll be right back. We were trying to show you the lad. He's being super cute. But mostly he's being asleep. Get it closer. I don't know if I can get it any closer. He's just being cute. He's being
a cute little guy.
Normal cute little guy. The camera's all messed up. There we go. You can't see him being asleep, but he's being asleep.
If you listen carefully, sometimes when he stretches, he makes little noises.
Very cute. All right, we need another day because
that was grim.
That lots was learned, and Fable is upset, and Kumo has learned that their parents aren't dead. Oh, dear. Hello, brave adventurer. Welcome back to my tavern.
Hello, innkeeper.
How are you doing? These past few days have been quite eventful.
I'm feeling so inspired. My first real adventure was so utterly exciting, I haven't stopped residing in my memories ever since we returned. When I got home, I immediately started writing everything down so I wouldn't forget anything.
Have a good night, Goblin.
Good night, Goblin. And it reads just like all those adventuring tales and books from my childhood.
Sounds like you had a very good time. It's delightful to see you flourishing.
Actually, I have been thinking about switching careers.
Oh?
Well, all these adventures, don't get me wrong, it's very new, it's very exciting. But instead of experiencing them myself, it might be better to tell the tales of those brave heroes and heroines around me.
Lord!
Creating stories is so much more enjoyable than facing the dangers of adventuring oneself.
I also like to note, however, the others mentioned how much they did love listening to your stories.
You are so right.
I think Theo would enjoy this idea as well.
You think so?
He seemed very entertained on that trip to Daria.
Oh, perhaps you might be onto something here.
On another note, how about a drink to wind down a little?
Sure, certainly. Why not? That sounds splendid.
Anything specific in mind?
Surprise me with something that'll keep me focused on writing. Something to ward off distracting thoughts.
Nothing easier than that. Ward off distracting thoughts, huh? A steel tonic?
Try a frozen lagoon.
A frosted lagoon, perhaps?
Yeah.
All right. 2, 3, 5, and that's an easy pour. Thank you, Andu. Cutie boy. A drink for the upcoming best-selling author.
Very sweet of you. Thank you so much. Oh, this tastes absolutely delightful. I can already feel the words aligning and patiently waiting to be written down.
Don't mention it. Always happy to help.
Speaking of which, have you by any chance heard of Melina, the famous detective?
As it happens, I have. You get to know quite a lot of people when you run a tavern, you know. Have you seen her recently?
Sadly, not in a while, no. I last saw her. I'd be innkeeper. Been a long night. A week ago, if not 2. How curious that you also know her. Meeting such a well-known detective is a fantastic source of inspiration and exciting stories. I've heard stories of her solving the case of the lost familiars in Zoford.
Yep, she solved that case alongside her trusty assistant.
How inspiring. I would love to tell her tale someday. Maybe I'll combine it with some of the rumors I've heard about this one mysterious place in the southwest of Phasia.
Which one might that be?
It's a wizard's tower. A magical place full of puzzles, mysteries, and magic. I've heard tales of it harboring hundreds of books containing lost and forbidden knowledge. But that's not all. There are treasures of unfathomable value and magical trinkets as well. What an exciting thought for a young detective to stumble upon a place such as that.
That's a story I'd read for sure. Promise to send me a copy, please.
Oh, but of course, I'll deliver it to you myself. You know, even if we might be a few years apart, seeing her reminded me of my own childhood. Sure, the circumstances are completely different, and I was never allowed to wander off by myself for very obvious reasons, but she seemed a little lonely, just like me back then. Always looking for my own adventures, though she found them in the real world, while I, of course, relied on books. But I'm glad she found an assistant to keep her company. Life of a detective can be a lonely one.
And you have Theodore, of course.
You really think he counts as an assistant?
I mean, that's for you to decide, isn't it? He definitely doubles as a friend. But, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news here, but, well, Melly has been missing since the Twilight Flood.
No, tell me you're joking.
Sadly not, I'm afraid.
Oh no, I do hope she's alright. She's probably just investigating the cause of the flood.
I'm thinking the same. She might be young, but she is very tough. I doubt even a flood this size would be a challenge for her.
Then I will trust your instincts.
Dear. Babel's going to be livid if Archie and Kumo go off to find Melina and don't take Fable with them.
Yes,
oh my
Fable
god. Kumo, it's great to see you.
I've solved it.
Solved what?
My parent problem. I've solved it.
How? And how did you do that?
Oh, it's very simple. I'm here to ask you to write up and hand out a quest for me. A quest to find them and to kill them.
Kumo, did you say you want a quest to kill your parents?
Yes.
Why?
Isn't it obvious?
No, I can't say it is.
Their death is what set me on the bleak path that is my life. It led me towards my destiny, my purpose.
Which would be? Stealing? Revenge?
Edginess?
That dude breaks mopeds?
That dude breaks mopeds. Darkness. I am the knight.
Of course.
Now that they're back, it's messing up my aesthetic purpose.
Right.
So I must take destiny back into my own hands.
With murder?
Why not talk this through instead?
Have you considered conversing with them?
Talking doesn't solve anything.
I mean, it might bring you some closure and involve less murder.
No. Mm-mm. No, I must embrace who I am, and for that, they must die. So please, a quest. Have it done quickly.
Okay, I'll set that up for you.
Thank you. I shall leave you to it.
Before you go, one for the road?
Maybe one
that'll have you talking about something other than killing your parents?
Sure. I shouldn't allow them a warning, so I must be deceitful about my feelings.
Okay, well, let me see what I can do for you there, buddy. Is there a drink for no, you fool, change your plan? Right? I'm with you, KB. We fought Fable about this, but we're willing to give him a quest to kill his parents?
Hi, here you go. Here's one wind your fucking neck in Chemical Romance.
Oh, I don't like this. Says he wants crown. So 1,000 wins. Sunny Breeze is his drink of choice.
Try Spoken Heart.
I think his Spoken Heart sounds better. Emotionally repressed individuals will bring your deepest feelings bubbling to the surface. Yes, that's what you need right now. All right. This is a swift kick in the backstory is what he needs. If Melly is hanging out with his parents, oh my gosh. Thank you, Ando. Maybe this will help a little.
It feels nice, really warm, like a hug.
Ozzy, the tab is open in my browser right now to purchase before bedtime. Oh, also, this is my alma mater hoodie. Go Bears. Is that something you need right now, maybe, Kumo?
I need to go.
Stay safe out there.
Sure.
And Kumo,
Yeah.
have you talked to Fable?
Yesterday, yes, they'd left to find Melly.
Have a good one, Herban.
See you, Heaven.
I see. Good luck with your parents.
I don't need luck. I need vengeance.
Oh my god, child.
Does he need help?
Do you want to help them kill their parents? Oh, them. Okay.
I'm sorry, what? No! Good God, of course not. I meant psychological help. Grief. They don't look like they're doing too well, I might say.
He's always been very mysterious and broody, but their parents, discovering their parents alive really threw them off. Lakey boy. Lakey boy.
You wouldn't think that's a bad thing, really. Oh, crumbs, and now they want to kill them, just because it doesn't fit the backstory they came up with? This is the possibility for a happy ending to an otherwise dark story. Please don't tell me you're actually going to set up a quest to assassinate them.
I am but the humble innkeeper of this tavern. I'm just following Kumo's wishes.
I would have expected you to have a little more backbone, or moral standards, so to speak. You were so sure about Melina's well-being, you even calmed me down. Can't believe you'd offer such a violent solution.
I did try to stop him. But I don't think I can get them to talk with their parents right now. You heard them. And that's exactly why there's still hope.
Wait, I truly do not understand.
Kumo won't take on this quest himself. So there'll be someone else that could talk to his parents.
That sounds like a really very questionable plan, if I may say so.
But I'm pretty sure it'll work. Most likely it won't be a very difficult quest, especially not if you know your way with words.
Oh, Archie, you poor child.
As a nobleman like you would, for example.
Oh! Oh, well, I'm certain this isn't a quest for me, even though I could probably do it. What if the situation actually escalates into violence? I wouldn't know what to do.
I'm not putting any pressure on you. I'm just offering you first dibs. It is a quest you said you could accomplish. I mean, do you want a different quest?
Weren't you listening? I don't think I want to be an adventurer anymore. Hearing Kumo just now has amplified my doubts significantly. I never want to have to kill anyone ever again. Being a murderer is not how I envisioned my life.
Of course.
But I also don't know in what direction my life is headed from now on. My heart is still so full of excitement after my last adventure.
This might only be a tale, but I've heard of a place of infinite knowledge.
Oh? Are you by any chance talking about the
subterranean caves on the Plain of Horror?
I've read so many stories about them. A hidden yet wondrous place. though I really doubt a Gaian mortal like me could even walk there. But I've heard you can get there through the Twilight Chasm. Innkeeper, do you think that's true? That there's a portal to Earth somewhere in the Twilight Chasm?
Well, maybe. This world is full of wonders, after all. And since the Twilight Realm arose from Or's dreams, I mean, it doesn't sound completely unlikely.
Just thinking about the caves makes my heart beat faster and my fingertips itch. Oh, maybe I should write a little story about them. Time to write down some keywords or I might lose my ideas. I think people need to see Leggy, don't you?
Cute little boy. Leggy boy.
Observe Leggy.
Yes. You know, I don't think you need to go to Or to lead you. It already knows what it wants to do.
Do you really think so?
Yes, I mean, to me it's quite obvious, actually. How about you go write down those keywords? This might already be an upcoming bestseller.
Oh, you really are a sweet talker, aren't you? Thank you for your advice. Goodbye, Innkeeper.
Until next time, Archie. Give me the quest making. Give me quest making! Yep.
Good evening, Kellen.
Evening.
Has boredom caught up with you again?
It's always on my tail. Guessing the quest is still free?
Well, not for much longer, it seems. Haven't had enough of the undead yet?
I got practice with them now. Might as well make some use of it.
Fair enough. I thought you'd be looking for Melly instead.
Can't say I'm not worried about the little gal, but Fable's already on it. I trust him. And I trust Molly too, to come back. I mean, she promised we'd see each other again. I'm learning to believe what people say. You should too.
I do. But trust is a little frightening.
Everything's scary if Fable's to be believed. Might as well pick the fun horrors to commit to.
Like the undead.
Exactly. I also gotta check up on my cousin. Those undead snails are sounding a lot more concerning now.
At least they're even slower than the regular undead.
Very calming, thank you.
Do you want to take Archie along again? He might be the calming presence you're seeking.
Under no circumstances.
What if you get bored? He has very good stories to tell.
Shut up.
How will we talk about what drink you want then?
Fine.
Well, dearie me, my dearest acquaintances. Innkeeper, Dame Kellen, you both look radiant today.
What are we radiating?
I shan't say, as it would be rude.
How polite of you. And how are you doing, Scully?
Just wonderful. Yesterday I had the most delightful tea party with Sir Alphonse and Lady Frostgrip. Alphonse and I were able to learn so much about the times we've missed thanks to the young blacksmith prodigy. This world truly is an exciting and beautiful one.
And by tomorrow, the vampire will have forgotten all about it.
But that merely means he'll get to remember again. How marvelous. The endless pursuit of learning is a wonder in and of itself. Speaking of learning, if you'd allow me, I'd like to learn how you are doing on this fine day of ours, Dame Kellen. You do look a little spent, and I would hate to be intruding on your space.
I'm exhausted by people and their constant talking. You're good, though. Ain't your fault.
Nah, I understand. The social aspects of life can be exhausting, as they come with so many rules and obstacles that one must traverse. But throughout this overwhelming obstacle course of mortal interaction, we can find many magnificent treasures, and all of them make those efforts worthwhile.
Like quests.
I was thinking about friends, actually, but quests too? Are you heading out on one?
Yeah.
What's its cause?
An unusual amount of undead creatures have been haunting Phasia. Especially near the Pale Woods. Carolyn is going to check on that.
An undead gathering in the Pale Woods. Why so? Is there a convention?
No, it sounds more like the violent type of crowd.
Unfortunate. It does seem that this sentiment is common amongst my compatriots. For that I apologize. Sense and sensibilities are, it transpires, often lost when you are ripped from the afterlife without your soul attached to your body.
You don't have a soul? You've got an awful lot of personality for that to be the case.
Oh, that is terribly kind of you to say, but I'm afraid I'm a mere fragment of my former self. I really like that.
An opportunity to find a new self, then?
Yeah.
An opportunity to find a new self, then.
What a sweet promise. Still, it is strange to have everything you once were completely forgotten.
How can you be forgotten while you're still here? We'll remember you as you are now, as I'm sure people did your former self.
I hope I shall grow into a pleasant memory then, as well as a pleasant presence.
You already are.
Oh, that makes my non-present soul really very happy to hear. Dame Carolyn, would you mind if I tagged along on your quest? It sounds like a haven of fascinating research, and I have not been able to indulge in that particular pastime for a very, very long while.
Sure, you can come along. Skeletons should be great help wiping out a bunch of the undead.
Wiping out? By no means should that be our approach. We should study them, or better yet, strike up a civilized conversation. With enough charisma, I'm certain we can remind them of their mortal consciences.
Don't be ridiculous, they'll rip us apart.
We can simply ask the innkeeper for some additional defense in case they need initial, I don't know, convincing. I could even offer you some frost armor to go along with it. A few frozen pine cones here and there, and you'll have a little bit more of a buffer, just in case your words don't take hold. Capital idea!
Or we just fight them, smash their bones together till they stop moving. No offense, Scully.
Oh, none taken, though I believe the cleverer approach would be to rely on speed. Unawakened undead are rather slow, so we should embrace this possible advantage.
Have a good one, Ozzy. Dexterity, then, and defense. You are on the right track with that one. Perhaps some of that Morganite lotus flower to this combination. Much like citron, it will bless your weapon strikes and lend you some of the power of the great dragons. The undead are incredibly vulnerable to holy attacks, says the person who plays paladins almost exclusively.
Indeed we are. The power of the dragons is a difficult one to harness. I'm really quite impressed by your capabilities, Innkeeper.
Go ahead.
I think your delight should be aimed towards the magical ingredients. To dilute them in such a way is quite a skill in and of itself, as is choosing our approach to this. We should leave this up to them, correct?
Yeah, you figure it out, Innkeep. Some additional defense is a given, but what should we focus on? Charisma or dexterity? Charisma, of course.
I'm thinking charisma. I'll double check if you
Charisma
like.
and defense.
And don't forget those wondrous infusions of yours.
Oh, I would never. All right. So dexterity. Oh yeah, it tells me what they are. So which one's charisma is the crown, right? So I need triple crown and some defense. So 1,000 wins with the frost armor.
Let me just double check on that for you.
For the charisma option.
Spoken heart with a pine cone.
Spoken heart, really? But 1,000 wins has more defense and more charisma.
The walkthrough I'm working on.
Okay, spoken heart with a pine cone.
Yeah.
All right. That's all it takes. It's a pine cone and a bucket of charisma to go. Can't I throw some more defense in there? No. That sucks. Alright. Broken heart with a pine cone it is. I would like to think that not all of these souls or bodies are fully lost. If you can save even one of them, it's worth it.
You know what? I could not agree more. Thank you for your faith in us, Innkeeper.
I guess I'll give them a chance. But if they start gnawing on your bones, I'm not holding back.
I'm counting on it. Come along, let's just make some new friends.
Enjoy your travels, your conversations, and your battles. I wonder if the idea of sending Fable out without a quest was intentional. Look, I can't give you a quest. You have to go decide to do this on your own.
The only way that Fable can learn is by screwing up. Yeah.
Maybe. Alright, I'm going to build the quests and dish the boy. Alright, so... Our rogue's parents were washed ashore by the Twilight Flood. Once believed dead, the liars were last seen in Borkham. The only solution to your parents faking it is to hire a hitman, clearly. Fingers crossed this will pass through youth protection. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you go here, you go here, you go here, right? So the only solution to, no, it's gotta go like this. Our rogue's parents were washed ashore, or what? No. Like this. Okay. The primordial sea has flooded the Twilight Chasm and has ultimately reached Phasia. Maybe it washed up something interesting. Our rogue's parents were washed ashore by the Twilight Flood. Once believed dead, the liars were last seen in Borkham. The only solution to your parents faking their death is to hire a hitman, clearly. Fingers crossed this will pass through youth protections. That seems right.
That looks like you've gotten the stuff for the Wizard's Tower as well.
Exactly. The Parent Trap.
The Twilight Flood brought more to Phasia than just the waters of the Primordial Sea. In particular, two long-lost air echoes who had faked their own death and abandoned their only child. Now their kid is out for revenge and longs to have them killed, as the fate of tragic backstories wills it. These renegade parents were last seen in Borkham, near the Wadden Sea, so any bounty hunter should probably start there.
I hate that we're doing that. Alright, here's another one. Of these three?
Yeah.
So a wizard from the Magocracy has abandoned his tower. The wizard's location is unknown, but he seems to be gone for good. The missing wizard of Morla has always enjoyed some puzzles, traps, and other means of trickery. Allegedly, the wizard tower is full of loot, magical junk, and banned scrolls. A hoarder any wizard could still be proud of if he was still there.
That feels questy. Mission magically possible.
The Wizard of Morla has abandoned his tower on, Morla, a small island near Niverduff and Dalwell. As is custom for a wizard's tower, it is said to be full of alluring treasures. Gold, magic items, forbidden knowledge, and spells. Anything your looting heart desires. But be warned, the wizard is known to have loved puzzles, mischief, and contraptions. So don't forget to check for traps. Wow, we got through 2 days.
This feels like a good rap spot.
I know, I don't want it to be a good rap spot. I'm worried about Fable and Melly.
Do you want to save here?
I'm going to,
maybe
yes.
go ahead 10 minutes and then see what we've got.
In pursuit of entropy. That is definitely safe. Why do shenanigans when we can figure out what's going on with Melly and Fable?
I love that you have a sheep.
Look at them big stretches. He's being a cutie boy. He's being a cutie pie.
Little guy.
Which means he's gonna be so spicy in about 15 minutes.
I don't think so. I think he's just...
Really?
Yeah.
I hope. I hope he's not terribly spicy when we go to bed. That'd be nice. Shall we go ahead a little bit further? To find out if Fable and Melly are okay.
Let's see who our first customers
We'll
for the
see
next
who our
day.
first customers for the next day are. How about that? Oh, okay. You know your quests are getting weirder by the day, right?
I mean, no one's forcing you to take that one.
Unless you have one on basilisk swarms waiting in the bank, I'm good with this.
No basilisks right now, I'm afraid. Eager to kill some parental figures?
You know it.
Speaking of family, you haven't brought your sister by in quite a while. How is she?
I don't know. We no longer speak.
Oh, I didn't know that. You two were unbeatable when it came to bar fights.
Yeah. I love her, but she's become a little bit too much like our parents. So I'm going to love her from afar. Or I wouldn't be loving myself very much.
I'm sorry to hear that. Cutting her off must have hurt a lot. It must still hurt a lot.
I've come to terms with it. Came out stronger in the end. That's all I could do.
Maybe. But the wounds stay, don't they?
People wound you. That's what they do.
They can also heal you.
That's a false sense of security. Eventually it all falls away.
Not everyone is doomed to become your enemy, and that includes yourself.
And I think you're doomed to say the weirdest things possible whenever you get a chance.
It's a blessing, not a curse.
You want to say it that way? This rogue guy got any siblings?
None that we know of. Their parents kind of faked their deaths, abandoned him when he was very young. They haven't exactly been writing postcards.
Oops, sorry. I guess no one would handle that very well.
What do you think about the whole killing them measure?
I mean, it adds up to me.
It does?
Yeah, not like they ever faced any real consequences for their shitty actions. It always falls on the kids, doesn't it?
And you think being murdered is an appropriate consequence? That is literally, so let me get this straight. If they don't respect you, you murder them?
It's not about what I think. I'm just taking the job.
Right, but I was thinking...
Think less. I'd rather think about what you're gonna mix for me instead.
So you're not even hesitating?
I'm a bounty hunter, innkeeper.
Of monsters, I assumed.
Not all monsters look like us.
I thought you don't do charity.
I don't. I'm gonna expect a hefty payment by the end of this. That thief must have some jewels stored away somewhere, right?
Uh-huh, I see.
So, drinks.
Drinks, of course. Murder, how would you like to approach it?
It's a lot of force. Don't know how strong they are, But I need to be stronger.
Maybe some defense in the mix would be good too, if their attack patterns turn out to be more complex than you thought.
No, you do listen to me sometimes.
Your stories of fighting mirages and three-headed antelopes are entirely too compelling to forget.
I'd hope so. You still got any of those frozen pine cones lying around? The ones you gave me for the mountain mimic? If those deadbeats picked up some primordial magic, I could use some elemental protection.
Clever as always, Jade.
Obviously. Plus that frost armor, really cool.
Luckily for you, and your coolness factor.
No.
You and your health, I got a big shipment of them in last month.
Cool. I'll take some of those then.
They're not contending with another approach.
No. Unless... I guess there is another way. Shall we save there?
Let's save that.
That is an excellent place to save it, because maybe we can convince her not to murder his parents wholesale. I think we're gonna, at some point, have to get out from behind the bar, right? Pulling the strings is, losing its efficacy, isn't it?
We don't pull strings,
We absolutely pull strings. We are ones writing the quests. Very suspect.
We have an alternate revenue stream. We provide leverage.
We do not provide leverage.
Do.
Yes, exactly. All right. Let me go back to the camera here.